Yo, 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 welcome to Kickin. Thank you for clicking this video. Thank you for watching. I've wanted to do this for a while. It's just one of them things that I'm a big fan of podcasts and I listen to podcasts every day, and I wanted to do one, so I'm doing it. I'm seeing people now more than ever just jumping in the deep end and really giving something they're passionate about, like a genuine go. And I'm glad. That's how it should be. We should be chasing our dreams. We all get caught up in life, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. I just woke up. I was like, you know what? I'm starting a podcast. And it started with an idea. Then I got mics, and then I rehearsed, and then I practiced and shit like that. And now we're here. A couple of weeks ago, I posted a question thing on Instagram, asking for some questions for people to ask, and that's how I thought I'd do my first episode. And yeah, I think it's a good way to kick this thing off. You know, like chances are, if you're watching this, you already know me. You know, like first episode, how far is it going to get? So once again, thank you. Whether it's 10 people winning, or 100 or 1,000, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put it out there and I'll see where it goes. I'll be talking about a bunch of shit, things that I'm into, and the people that I have on, I'm going to try to keep it exclusively to people with a story and people that are chasing a dream. You know what I mean? I want to hear whether they're a month into their, chasing their dream and building whatever they're working on, or if they've already built it and they're successful in their passion. I want to talk to them as well. And I feel like I have a decent amount of friends that have done that and that have succeeded, and others that are still, on the hustle. And yeah, that's the people that I plan to talk to. So I'm not chasing one subject. I'm not putting myself in a box. I'm into a bunch of shit, and that's what I plan to talk about. So yeah, let me pull up these questions that I've tried my best not to think about too much, so I can just read them and naturally answer them. First question, and this is from a bunch of motherfuckers. Why are you doing a podcast, and what is it going to be about? So that, I think I just addressed that. I'm doing a podcast because I want to do a podcast, and whatever you want to do, I'm gonna hope that you're doing it. So that's why I'm doing it. And what's it going to be about? A bunch of shit. It's a podcast. It's not a hip hop podcast. It's not a sport podcast. But like I said, I'm into a bunch of shit, and I'll cover whatever I feel like covering and putting out there. WS_ads. Is Aussie hip hop underrated? 1000%. People in Australia have this weird thing where they've been hating on their own accent, literally their own accent on hip hop. I guess when you sing, most singers lose their accent. It's like those singers where you hear them sing, and that's what you know them for, and then you hear an interview, and like, the fuck, this bitch got an accent. And in singing, everyone tends to sort of, for some reason, sing in a neutral sounding accent. But rap isn't the case. It's you. It's more spoken, so it's your accent, and that's a part I think that holds back Aussie hip hop, is Aussies hating on their own hip hop, their own culture. And chances are, the shit that these rappers are rapping about, it's not like they can't relate, because chances are they know someone that's, or they can directly, what's the word? Relate to it. What's the word? Relate. Relate to what they're talking about, but they just dismiss it because they're like, nah, shut the fuck up, because it might be too close to home. But I think it's getting there, and yeah, Aussie hip hop it's been on an incline the whole time. Like, it never went down, it never went up. It's been getting more and more popular, and that's how it should be. Next question. My cousin Josh from Queensland shouts out, when's the EP dropping, cuz? I don't know whether I'm going to be dropping an EP or just a sing. I don't know. I don't plan that too far ahead. It's just one of them things. If I feel like putting a song out and doing a video, I do it. I'm not going to say July. I'm going to fuck the scene up. I'm just not. I don't know, but I'm always recording. I'm always working on shit, and it's a non-stop thing for me. It's just fun. It's my thing, and so soon. I'm gonna say soon. How soon? I don't know. Kiana, my girl Kiana, Fat Chips. What's your favorite color? Black and gold. Black and gold, definitely fattest colors. My boy Sawa, my boy Sam. S_K. Is sickest cunt or maddest cunt the highest praise one can receive? Fuck. That's a fat question. Sickest cunt. Maddest cunt. I'm going to go with maddest cunt. Yeah, I think maddest cunt is a bigger praise than sickest cunt, because sickest cunt is like half dismissive, like, sickest cunt. But maddest cunt is like directly for someone. Like, no one ever just like, in passing goes, maddest cunt, it's sick cunt. So, but when you talk about someone specifically, what a question, and what an answer, and what an Aussie breakdown of the word. Like, maddest cunt, definitely. 100% maddest cunt. Like, for example, Sawa, sickest cunt. Or if you say Sam, maddest, it's a maddest cunt, 100%. Yeah, what a productive question that was. Next, if someone asked you to support Trump, what Mortal Kombat / Tekken combos would you do on them? I don't know. Chances are I wouldn't support anyone that anyone told me to support, but what Tekken or Mortal Kombat move? Probably something from Sub-Zero, so I can freeze them in time and then thaw them out, 4 or 8 years later, and realize how much of a fuckwit they turned out to be and how wrong they were. Yeah, probably something from Sub-Zero. Johnny AK, who is your favorite rapper? My favorite rapper is Christopher Rios, aka Big Pun, Big Punisher. That's 1, 2, and 3. Obviously died young, only put out 2 albums, 3 total, one after he passed. The fucking GOAT. I don't care. Like, you can argue it or try to argue it, but lyrically and the hip hop that I really, really love and grew up listening to, Big Pun is number 1, 2, and 3 for sure. Jeremy Van Holden. Sounds like a Jeremy Van Holden question. Tits or ass? Ass forever, because it's ass and always wins. Like, there is such thing in my eyes as not a nice ass. There isn't too many not nice tits. Small tits are great. Big tits are great. Medium tits are great. Like, they're all just tits, Like, as long as they got nipples, you're set, Like, no one's going to complain. That's the only criteria men really have is, she got nipples, fat, and that's it, we're in. Whereas ass, it becomes more of a crucial criteria. So, definitely the bow tie. Alex Bogo, what do you do for work? Well, as little as possible, but I'm a miracle worker. I save lives, and I turn fire to water. Yeah. My boy Astro shouts out. What nationality gets the most pussy in Sydney? Great question. I don't know, because everyone's fucking. We all know that. But who's getting the most? I think tourists. Because they're like, I'm only here for 2 more weeks. Let me, and the girls are like, and who's he gonna tell? He'll be back in fucking Sweden in 2 weeks, and I want to know. But then again, yeah, oh, you know what? The fucking English, 100% the English, because they can get away with the tourist approach. Like, yeah, I'm only here for 1 more week. You know what I mean? You want me to see me what that mouth do? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh fuck it, you know, he's here for a week. I might as well show him what that mouth do. Come to find out, he's been here for like 15 years, married, 3 kids, finished the trade. You know what I mean? Trains at Plus Fitness. It's lit. You know, I'm gonna say the English. Yeah, that's. If I could take a educated guess. Luke Fennick 9. Favorite piece of chicken. Never been a big meat guy or a connoisseur of meat. Like, I'm not eating meat at the moment. Chances are I'll relapse. But favorite piece of chicken, white. You know, the one with the least amount of bones in it. Bones are dirt. My boy Blood. Thoughts on rim jobs? Well, like most things that don't affect me or anyone else, I honestly could give a fuck where people's tongues are going. That's totally up to you, you know what I mean? So, more power to ya. My boy Antonio, will you be back on the terrace once Para Stadium is completed? Yeah, nah. I'm sorry, bruh. Yeah, I will not be going to any more games for. Well, this podcast could probably go for fucking 4 hours if we really got into it. But the way the A League as a whole's been handled. So before I even mention any club, the way the A League has been handled is actually it's insulting and it's belittling, and I don't want to support it. You know, it's the same way I wouldn't support. Fuck R. Kelly right now. It's the same thing. Or this. I wouldn't go to a Kevin Spacey go see a Kevin Spacey movie in the theaters. You know, if you think someone's doing the wrong thing, why would you support that? So I don't think the Wanderers Club or the A League is thinking about the fans. So yeah, I'm not gonna give them my money. Like, memories and big part of my life, but nah, I got into it because I could do what I wanted. I could yell with my brothers. I could tell 1,000 people to get fucked, and you could just do what you wanted. You could support your club how you wanted. You could go about your day how you wanted. You know, it was always the nonconformist aspect that appealed to me about the whole football supporter scene. And then when it's like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, if you do this you will be banned for 5 years, and so, well, if I can't do it how I know how to do it and love how to do it, I'm not going to do it at all. So Tony, my brother, it's a no for that one. When's more music coming out? You know what I mean? Whatever, spoke about that. How do you feel about this new Australian hip-hop wave coming through? Fad or here to stay? My boy Stev, who will be doing a podcast with me very soon. He's busy as fuck with a new DVSR album. I love it. Like I mentioned earlier, it's about time Aussie hip-hop not reach the mainstream, because the reason I love Aussie hip-hop so much is because it's still so underground. It's still so in the basements, but it's receiving the recognition from the fans, more fans now than ever. And I think it's here to stay. Obviously not all artists, you know, that's natural, but definitely here to stay. Eventually, I think I'm going to call it that within the next 2-3 years, Australia will have a huge international hip-hop export, similar to like a Skepta for the UK and stuff like that. Like, not that these artists weren't known, but it was small pockets of people that, you know, in America were listening to grime, or in Australia were listening to grime, and then Skepta comes along and now it's everyone knows what grime is. And I'm not comparing Aussie hip hop to grime, because there's a lot of Aussie grime artists, but I think, yeah, it's very, very, within the next few years there will be a huge hip hop act internationally. So yeah, I think it's here to stay, and I hope it's here to stay. Shout out to Stev. Favorite hard cunt style you can remember, e.g. Ed Hardy, bedazzled hats, pink shirts. Yeah, Ed Hardy was I actually had a little couple of bars about people that wore Ed Hardy, you know, bedazzled shirts or bedazzled hats, pink shirts. Yeah, my favorite one, because all those are fucking whack, I think is the bright colored Dada and Fubu days. That has to be. These pants were so fucking fat and thick, and the jackets were always way too big for your size, and they were yellow or white, you know. And I think that's the same era that visors were around. Visors were fucking the fattest fad ever. I was in primary school and 100% rocked a couple of knockoff visors from the markets, and yeah, I was lit. So yeah, our favorite one would probably have to be that one, the bright colored tracksuit. Yeah, Dada, and everything was from the markets. No one here had real Dada, you know. Like, we were happy to rock fake shit just because it was orange or yeah, yellow. That, and also, you know what else was a funny fad? Definitely not my favorite. I've never had any piercings, but like 06, 07, there was this fucking weird phase where people wore these fuck off fake diamond earrings. Like, I'm talking like a straight ice cube on the ear hanging down. You know what I mean? They were looking like every statue of Buddha, just earlobe just down to here, son. You know what I mean? With a 4 kilo cubic zirconia, and they were rocking it. That was a shit fad. Those big ass earrings. That was fucked up. You know, I feel sorry for your ears. Last but not least, there was a lot more questions, and I know people are gonna hit me up like, "Oh, you fucking didn't answer my question." Chances are they were shit. So I'm sorry. It's your fault. Or they were a bit, you know, how's it going? So yeah, I did skip questions, but fuck y'all. It's my podcast. Start your own podcast and answer shit questions. What is the favorite gig you've ever been to, and what is the worst? My boy Milan. Favorite gig would have to be, fuck. I'm going to say, just because it was the most recent and just the way that it happened, would probably be seeing Lagwagon in LA a couple of months ago. By complete chance, I was in LA and I jumped online to see who was playing, because it's fucking LA. Chances are 45 fat bands, fat hip hop, fat anything was playing that weekend or the next weekend. And I just jumped online and on an app or whatever to see who was playing, and Lagwagon, a punk band that I fucking adore, was playing that weekend half an hour away, and they were playing celebrating the 20th anniversary of their, not their first album, but their definitely their most popular album, Let's Talk About Feelings. And I went there with the missus, and it was a fat show. We walked into this venue, being the lost Aussies that we were, and we're just like, what the fuck? We're out, you know, like, we were lost the whole trip. And we saw some stairs, and like we noticed there was a bar upstairs. So I approached the security guard, and I was like, hey, like, is it cool if we go up and grab a drink? And he was like, yeah, you know, we went up, grabbed some drinks, we sat down, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, you know, like, there was a couple of familiar faces, or what I thought were familiar faces, and then I was like, oh, you know, whatever. I'm in fucking LA. Everyone looks the same. I don't fucking know. And yeah, we're having a drink and just talking shit, and next to me, like, just walks past the lead singer of the band that I went to see, Lagwagon, Joey Cape, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like they're just so casually walking around, you know. Come to find out, like because we left, you know, we went downstairs, grabbed another drink, and went and had a smoke, and coming back, we realized that was like their backstage. It was just the upstairs. They had a bar for themselves. I don't even know why the security guard let us in. I guess he heard the accents and it was like, oh, they're here from England. They're playing some punk tonight. And they just let us in. So maybe they thought we were an overseas act or something. Not, I don't know what the fuck I look like to people. But yeah, he was just like, yep, go through. And we did. So yeah, that was cool. Boom. I don't know where I'm pointing, but that up there. There was a picture frame under that one. And a couple of days ago, I got home and I went to sit down and I just heard like glass cracking. And I was like, what the fuck? So there was a picture frame here, and 3M, you need to pull your fucking socks up because them bullshit no drill things don't hold very well, obviously. And anyway, the whole thing smashed. I'm upset. I stole that with the help of the missus. I stole that flyer from that gig that's up there, the Lagwagon at, yes, there you go. That's when it was. September 22nd, El Rey Theatre. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that in like a folder they had for all the gigs they had there that year. And I was just like, oh, I'm so ready to fucking thief this. And with the help of my partner in crime, the misso, we took it out of the sleeve like 5 minutes before the show ended, rolled it up and hit legs. So yeah, I think that's my favorite gig because it was so random and such a band, being such a fan of the band that ended up celebrating 20 years of their biggest album ever. The whole thing just came together like it was meant to be. And yeah, that's my favorite. And what is the worst? I don't know. Like, I've been to a million bad shows. I'm not going to shit on one. And whoever was shit, chances are they're better now because, everyone has to start somewhere. It could have been their first gig. It could have been, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not going to say what the worst was. I don't think that's a... Am I being PC? I think I'm being a bit PC. All right. Well, that's not what I was aiming for this podcast. I was actually trying to be apolitically incorrect, but no, I don't know what the worst is. Yeah, favorite, definitely that Lagwagon show. That was random and I had a good time. That's all for the questions. Thank you for watching. Press like, subscribe, share it around, show your friends, show your nan. Hopefully I didn't swear too much. And yeah, I've never done this. I don't have a history of public speaking. I don't, I think it'll be a lot easier and a lot more natural for someone that's done some sort of entertainment and stuff like that, which I haven't, but I'm jumping the deep end. Send me ideas, critique, all that shit. Like I said, I'm starting out. I don't have a template. I don't know what I'm working towards. I mean, I know what I'm working towards, but I'm taking it a step at a time. And yeah, so message me. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you want to see more of. What did I say too much? Am I stuttering? Am I umming too much? So yeah, all the critique. Once again, if you've watched this far, thank you. I appreciate it because chances are I wouldn't have watched your video. Nah, I'm fucking around. Kicking a podcast. More shit coming out soon. More guests. And yeah, 2 things you need to know. More shit coming soon. And I don't know what the other one is. Peace.